to the Monday noon cat chat. I am not awake, not enough coffee. Yeah, if you haven't seen Humans on Cam before, I'm Sam. My wife Amanda will be joining us soon. Thanks, Castronaut. We foster kittens. We've been fostering for about 3 years. Our current litter, according to the sign, is the Shelbys. Tommy, Ada, Arthur, and Polly. And yeah, they're about 6.5 weeks, and they'll be available for adoption in about 2 to 3 weeks. We do multicast on about a dozen different platforms, so if I reply to comments you're not seeing, that's why, and if I miss yours, I apologize. The best platforms to watch us on are the biggest ones, so Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, things like that. And we do these chats 4 times a week, Mondays at noon, Tuesday and Thursday evenings at 9 p.m., and Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. It's all Pacific Standard Time. So welcome to the Cat Chat. If you have questions about the litter or fostering or anything of that nature, this is a great time to ask your questions. Otherwise, we do these to give updates on the kittens and their progress and anything else related to the stream and fostering and things like that. Amanda should be coming in here shortly. I think she's getting our kids set up with stuff. I still have a few things to put out for the kittens. Got a late start on letting them out of the pen. But how's everyone doing? How's your week starting? Oh, this camera is off. All right, let's quick do a camera run. What's this look like? That's all right. That's fine. Cool. Leave it on that for a little bit. Hey guys. I'll throw this over here for now. Toys and buckets. So yeah, let's see. I don't know that I have any big updates really. But I'm going to try and set something up in a little bit for our Patreon members. Oh yeah, so stream-wise, got real quiet. Got quiet. Yeah, I'm out there. Stream-wise, our laser functionality seems to have stopped working, and I'm not sure why. Let's do a little... Yeah, we had a bunch of blackouts, especially last night. We had like 3 blackouts last night, and I think we had one a week ago or something like that, and it's apparently been down. So it might just be that I need to re-download the app. So we have a smart Wi-Fi power strip, which controls the laser. It might just be that functionality, like that Wi-Fi connection got disrupted somehow. So I have to do some tests on that. But maybe in the meantime I will just disable the button so that people don't waste their points on it. Otherwise, oh yeah, we had a big donation yesterday. It was awesome. I believe the lady's name was Amy. Dropped off 5 bags of S-Sweet litter and 2 bags of cat food. They're actually adult cat food, so that's going to go to our cats unless we take on a mom and kittens anytime in the near future. But at least we then don't, have extra money that we don't have to spend on our own cat food for a little bit that we can put toward the kittens, so it works out. But yeah, the 5 bags of litter was huge. They're actually big bags. Thanks for the auto host, Jake. How's it going? And yeah, kittens are doing good. I don't specifically have any updates. Amanda might. It looks like they are slowly closing in on the 2-pound mark, but not that close just yet. I don't think anyone's that close. And yeah, feel free to ask any questions about the kittens or fostering or anything. So the one big project I'm going to try and get started is we're going to create an exclusive camera for our Patreon members that is under the cat tree. It's kind of hard to see in there. And I do have a camera that runs, oh, I don't know, I guess it runs through, I have to actually see how that works. I have an old security camera that's on its own system that doesn't have a browser asset like program, so I can't pull it into this stream easily, but I can give access to that camera, so I'm going to give that to anyone who donates to our Patreon at the $10 or more level. So once that's set up, and your first payment has come through, you'll get access to a mysterious camera, and actually there may be more of those in the near future. But you can go to patreon.com/Cuteavalanche. Pickles! Right on. I think yeah, I saw that. I think you're at the right tier for when I get that camera set up.
Excuse me.
So yeah. I'm debating where to put it exactly, but I think it's going to go like in the corner between the wall and that end table. I just have to see, A, that the cord is long enough to go around like that, and, you know, B, that it's going to be stable enough and get a good enough shot of anything. I could technically mount it, but I'm a little apprehensive about actually screwing things into the particle board that makes that cat tree up, because I'm like, those things are not like the sturdiest thing in the world construction-wise. Although I guess I can do it in the... No, I don't want to do it in the wall. We don't necessarily always have the same cat tree. Like, we have one for a year or two, and then it gets demolished, and we get a new one, basically. I'll figure it out. I should have it up in the next few days. I might even grab it right now, since it's a little bit on the slow side of this chat today. Although that's the wrong camera. Apologize for the coughing in advance. I am still fighting this bronchitis. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll never get better. Oh my gosh, did you guys see that slide? That's pretty good. Hi. Hello, guys. Yeah. Oh, it's taking Amanda so long. What is that? I am not interested in that. Okay. But yes, thank you for joining the Patreon. And the more people that join it, the more attention it will get. I feel bad, like, I was looking at it the other day and I was like, oh, I have not done enough updates on this recently, so I'm putting an effort into that. Wrecked, do you wash all 4 at once? The kittens? Generally with kittens, you don't have to. When they first came to us, they did have, they were flea infested, so we did have to bathe them one at a time. We did that in a separate room. But generally, these guys are really actually very good at grooming themselves, so you don't have to really worry about that at all. Generally, you'll just have like a washcloth or a like a vet wet wipe, which is a special, not the same as just like a regular Lysol wipe or anything. It's like slightly different natural chemical chumpy. So yeah, if anything, you just do that kind of thing to wipe them down if they have an issue of some kind, like they're a particularly sloppy eater and not a good groomer. But yeah, we don't really need to wash them. Let's do this, since they're all over the place. Now 3 of them are on the bed. What is going on? I don't know if you guys can hear my kiddo. It sounds like we're on the... Oh yeah, here's Amanda. I'll be right in, and then I have to get Betty set up with the laptop and yogurt. Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm gonna give Iris a tablet, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, in other news, we did have an ant incursion over the weekend, but it seems like we have that under control. I've seen a few scouts here and there, but no major trails of ants have tried to come back in at this point, so that's good. Oh, I keep hearing this dinging. It's Iris playing on the tablet. Alright. Well, let's do this. Well, let's do close-ups. Wait, oh, camera's here. And Amanda should be in just a few seconds. This is Arthur. Your whiskers are so long, I thought you had a hair on your face. Alright. No, look at the blue. Alright. I got the others when they're done wrestling. The white ones are not, they're way more squirmy when you pick them up. A little more shy and apprehensive. I'm just gonna let them play. Let them play! When do they... So I think they actually turn 7 weeks tomorrow, which means we only have them for another week or two, really. It's going to be a short litter for us. It sounds like Betty made her way into Iris's room, stopped doing her homework, and started playing with Iris's tablet. Okay. What's everybody up to this week? Has anyone started, like I know some areas have started reopening. Has anyone who was staying at home started back to an in-office or workplace position? Pretty happy my office is not going back to full swing yet anytime soon. Hello, Polly. All right, this is Polly. Polly with a P, closed captions. Yeah, all of those words are not accurate. All right. A little more.
Hello.
Hi.
I made it.
You did it.
I have arrived.
Hey, Pickle.
What did I miss?
I did pretty much all of this I could think of.
Great.
Which is, I'll catch up on that chat in just a second. Yeah, let's see. They're going to turn 7 weeks tomorrow.
Yeah, I
right?
was gonna change the board today,
Today?
but yeah.
Yeah, so that, and we got that drop off of litter and food.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So again, Amy, if you're out there by any chance, thank you. That's pretty much it. They're all slowly closing in on 2 pounds, but not really that close yet. Is that right? I mean, they're all over 8
Yeah,
pounds, so they're closing in on 2 pounds.
Over 1.5 pounds.
Mm.
So they're all between 1.5 pounds and 2 pounds.
Gotcha. Move on Periscope says, I am a rehab nurse in place, nursing place. We all still locked down. We're in Los Angeles. Yeah. So yeah, if I didn't mention that before, all of these kittens, when they are available for adoption, will be available in the Los Angeles area. Let me see if I can get one of the white kittens for a close-up.
Hello, little Miss Furry. Oh my gosh, you're so tiny. You're so tiny.
Okay. Yeah, this is Tommy. You can see his heterochromic eye. He's got one blue and one kind of dark green. The green doesn't come out so much, it just looks brown. Can we get you right in there? Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Very cool little guy. And so we have 2 all-white kittens. The easiest way to tell them apart is he has this really small gray spot. Otherwise, he's slightly bigger. But yeah, that's the only real way to tell them apart. I mean, unless you're close enough to see that one's a boy and one's a girl.
And at the right angle.
Sure. You should step over a little so I can see more kitten action. Well, not that far over. You have the kitten.
She's purring. You're such a little purr. I can tell the difference between Tommy and Ada because of their fur.
Well, yeah. Hers is nicer looking.
It's like shorter.
I don't know how
fluffier.
well that shows up on camera.
Yeah, it probably doesn't show up very well at all because you're just white blocks.
Because they just blow, they just blow out the camera.
Yeah, I've definitely discovered since having these kittens that white kittens are hard to see on camera.
Yes. They're as hard to see as black kittens.
I think they're harder.
Maybe. I think it depends on what sheet we have on the bed and how
Yeah.
bright the light is. It's just a matter of that. Hi, what's up? Okay, what do you need her for? Don't walk in, don't walk in.
Stop.
Ugh, Betty. Anything not to do homework. It is so windy. I don't know if you guys can hear all that, but it is like super windy in Los Angeles right now. So much so that it knocked our power out 3 times last night. Like never had the wind knock our power out at this house like that. It was like 3 times within 20 minutes. Yeah, it must have been something bigger because wasn't just our house. I definitely know. And it went off and on. So this is Ada, the smaller of the 2 all-white kittens, who has no distinguishing markings. And she also has the heterochromic eye, so the same blue and brown. Hi. And she really doesn't like being held too much in that sort of position. This is better, huh? Yours is better? For her better? Better? Okay. Yes.
They're having so much much fun running around.
One last close up with you. I know you don't like being held out.
So is that Ada?
Yeah. Hi from Sweden, Anastasia. Welcome to Los Angeles. All right, she's done with that. And I think Amanda's going to feed them, so they don't want to get down. Pickle says frequency issues caused by lightning strikes in Canada. Yeah, someone on our next door group said they heard a transformer had blown or something. Seems weird that we would have 3 small blackouts at that point, because it was like literally like everything went off and back on.
Yeah, it was just like the lights flickered, but it was enough that it turned off our router.
It turned everything off. I'm actually surprised because this computer didn't restart. It actually, was fast enough that the computer stayed on. But, obviously the internet reset, like the router modem reset each time. All right, they're coming for food. This on the sheet. But it is still super windy, so if for some reason the stream goes down, that is probably why. While you're doing that, I'm going to go try and get that other camera and see if I can do something with it. Message?
Yeah.
What's the one under Hank from Sweden?
So adorable.
What?
So adorable.
Oh, okay. Well, that's accurate.
I can't read the name of the person who said it.
I think it's the
because
same
it's
person.
too far away.
Oh.
I'm having trouble talking.
Okay.
I got the old frog in the throat syndrome.
Yeah.
help you? I just don't know. Come on.
Oh man, I don't know if this is gonna work. I might not have enough. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes. Might need another power strip in this room to pull this off right, but I think I got it. Ah, God. Oh no. That's why. Okay. The only real issue is going to be if the cats are aware of this and start to pull on it. Okay. So let's do that. I just realized I need to switch camera 5 over to the wall unit, which I just unplugged, so it might not show up for a second. So let's get that working again. Yeah, okay, it's back. Cool. Okay, so I did just run a test for a Patreon only camera, which is in that corner under the cat tree on the side, on the bedside. So I have to see if the cats are aware of it and try to do anything, because it's not like really mounted, it's just there. So if they pull it out from there, they'll be able to bring the cord out, and then that would be an issue. But there's no easy way to mount it right away. So if it looks like they're going to leave it alone, then I will have that available for our Patreon users at the $10 tier and up. Tear it up! Alright, where is everyone over here? Boom! Thanks, Lemon Fox. Here. Oh, and I guess we do have another update. Yeah, we just passed 500 subs over on YouTube, so quick shout out to everyone who's following us on YouTube. That gets us halfway to our goal of 1,000 subscribers. If you do have a YouTube account, we would love if you support the kittens over there by following through a subscription, which is free on YouTube. as opposed to anywhere else that uses that term. YouTube.com/Cuteavalanche. And since it's a little slow right now, I'm going to do, gosh, I don't even know if this is working anymore, our community pets portal. So it used to be, and it's going to prompt you, here, I'm going to go to, let's go to this. Used to be you could post on Instagram and just use the hashtag Cuteavalanche, and it would show up in the slideshow I'm about to activate, but apparently that seems to have stopped working. So I created a new submission portal. So if you go to cuteavalanche.com/submit, you can send us pictures of your fur pals, and I will post them on the Cuteavalanche Instagram, and they'll show up here, unless the hashtag thing started working again.
What is that?
What?
Camera?
That's the Patreon camera.
Okay.
I'm not officially launching that. I have to basically remind myself how the sharing of the camera link works and make sure that the sound is off on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, for those of you out there, that Patreon camera will be soundless, just because you'll have 24/7 access to it. And I just have to make sure that angle is okay and some other things. And then I'll give people access to it.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's not the right one. What the heck?
Here's the buttons.
Well, because I wanted that one, and then do that.
What's up, Fia? Yeah, let's look at buttons.
Except
What now?
they're there. Dang it! It's not the right. Why isn't that?
You want two.
That's annoying.
It's because we switched for the chat.
For the chat. So far, I haven't seen any ants today, so that's good.
I saw one scout in the bathroom.
What is it? Is it warms up?
What'd you say?
If it warms up, they might come back.
Yeah. Hey, Means. We're
Beans.
halfway through. We started the chat about half an hour ago. We usually go for about an hour. Although it's been on the slower side, so I might dip out soon. But now that you're here, maybe I'll stay. Although I am getting pretty hungry.
I'm just having trouble talking and breathing.
Oh. Min says, oh, I feel special. You just mean I talk a lot. Well, I mean, you keep the conversation moving.
You are
Because if
special.
I'm just standing here not saying anything, then you might as well just watch Kittens, right? So you are special. says my screen froze when you were reading that out. Oh no. Is it back now? Did the audio freeze too?
So, can't talk. So it seems as though Tommy is having the same issue as Means' cat.
That's right.
Except with the pee. Like, he keeps peeing on
The
the
bed
bed
instead of
in the litter box. But then, so when I saw him get ready to last night, I picked him up, put him in the litter box before he had a chance to do anything, and he pooped in the litter box. But then he got out of the litter box and went back to the bed to try and pee in it. And I moved him back to the litter box, and I did that several times. But I didn't take the litter box out to empty it because a lot of the other kittens were kind of using it at the same time.
Yeah.
So eventually, once like everybody was done with it, after I put Tommy in it like a good 3 or 4 times, and he kept coming out and going back to the bed, I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna scoop it out now. So I scooped everything out of it because a couple of the kittens had just used it and gone to the bathroom, and he had just pooped in it. As soon as I brought it back, he peed in it. So I think it was because he pooped in it. Like, he's cool with pooping in that box, but likes peeing in this box maybe.
That's what I was gonna say.
You know, and so because he was in the pen and didn't have access to that, it was like he was gonna poop in that box and then pee on the bed, and kept trying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I noticed that too when I scooped out the boxes. This one was almost all pee, and that one was a lot of poops.
Huh.
I don't think they all care, but it seems like in general, you know, if there's a box that has a lot of poop in it, he's probably going to go to the other box to pee. That's my guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, we know who it is, and we
Yeah.
can just pay attention when we put it away at night until.
Yeah, and at least it's not like a litter problem where he like doesn't like the texture of the litter
Right,
because
right.
he's still, you know, going in it
Sure.
for other things. So.
Mean says that's interesting. I saw them all sleeping in that cardboard box after you went to bed. I was thinking of that nice cozy bed, and you pile in the box. And maybe it's just Tommy's toilet. I think they also like just having walls, from being all kind of confined together.
Yeah, I don't think he peed in it, but I was wondering if he did maybe later on in the night.
Sure.
But they were sleeping on it this morning. Probably in time. No, he didn't go on it.
Oh, that's good. Excuse me. I'm gonna step out for a second.
They love these glitter balls. I think these are their favorite toy. You're so funny. Ada's just playing by herself with the tunnel. That's her favorite, for sure. It's the tunnel. Hi, Ada.
outside swinging.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no, I just put a handcuff to the chair.
Mm-hmm. Alright. What did you say?
I'm so out of it.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Alright, well, you've been on for 40.
I've barely been in here. I just
know.
came in.
I
I
mean,
heard you talking a lot earlier.
yeah.
Were you talking to people or just yourself?
I think mostly myself. Evan was here for a little bit, but we only had like one question early on. Mostly I just gave the typical who we are, what we do, multi-streaming schedule thing. FYI, if you joined us late, we do these chats 4 times a week. That's a channel. Mondays at noon, Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m., and Saturday mornings around 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Why is she playing behind the litter box? Oh, there's a toy.
Are you doing your homework? Do you have a problem with your homework?
What do you work?
I have a question. What should I
What's cracking? What's cracking? Is what you should do next. You can pat after. Come on. Come on.
Get to that in a second means.
What are you cracking? It's quick.
Yes, I've heard.
What is she doing?
I've
back
heard
there
what
now?
you're talking about. It's all over my Twitter. I'm probably not going to talk about it on this stream. And the second comment is, before you leave, would you point cam 3 toward the door for when they play? Yeah. Totally. We can totally move that around.
You're worried about some people.
Don't read it out loud, just in case of buzzwords.
Okay, about what?
It's the PD stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Dean says, so funny, every litter I've seen has walked behind the Tespo. I know. I don't know what to do about it.
It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal, but it wouldn't suck if we could block it off a little. Something.
There's no way to. Our windowsill sticks
Yeah.
out like 3 inches
That is the problem.
or 2 inches from the
Yeah.
wall, and the Tespo is just tall enough that it reaches over our windowsill, so it
Yeah.
can't be flush against the wall. Plus the little like
Molding.
black foot things
Oh, the
on
black
the
feet,
Tespo
yeah.
are pretty wide as well, so
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
what it is. It's fine. They kind of enjoy it. It's kind of funny. It's not like they're gonna get hurt. Doesn't matter. As long as they leave the internet cable.
Yeah, that's the
away
biggest concern,
from
is like when they
alone,
get
that's
that,
fine.
like maybe we should just block that part. I don't know.
And just tape the cable to the wall when we get that white tape.
Sure. Yeah, that's not a terrible idea. But yeah, let's see what
They've
else.
been playing with this ball thing a lot more often lately.
Yeah, I saw Polly playing with it yesterday a whole lot. I clipped out like a 15-minute chunk of just them playing pretty much. And I saved
50
it.
or 15?
50, 50.
Oh, wow.
And I saved it to YouTube, and I'm going to break it up into like chapters
Nice.
and publish that.
Ha, did you just do that? They went on like either side of the Tesbo and they were playing with each other. It was hilarious.
Oh, yeah, there was a point where Polly just runs around hitting it. Like she hits it and runs around, hits it and runs around and keeps going.
It's hilarious.
It's pretty good. And then there's another part where there's 2 of them. I think it was Arthur and maybe Tommy, and one of them goes in the shark and then like leaps out of the shark.
I
pretty good.
want to know what their mom looks like.
Sure.
I mean, they spent a lot of time with her. She must have been a good mom because they survived and
Yeah.
they're relatively healthy and
Yeah, that would be
and
nice.
they're really good at cleaning themselves
It would be
and like
nice.
playing and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And they're pretty social. I wonder if they were like in a home like somebody's pet who had kittens, or if
I don't
obviously
know.
they were obviously like I think that they were had interaction with people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So either they were like in a home with somebody who had a pet that wasn't fixed and they just weren't taking very good care. Maybe it was an indoor outdoor pet, or it was just
Community
somebody who was
cat.
like feeding a community cat
I
and
kind
had
of
the
feel
babies
like
like
maybe
on
it's
their
that.
deck or in their
Yeah.
backyard or somewhere, so that the feeder sort of you
Yeah.
know had some hands-on
Oh, gosh.
experience with the
It'd
kittens.
just
So
tumble.
because they weren't like you know totally afraid of people or anything. And they're pretty old. I mean, it's one thing when you have kittens that are only like 2 or 3 weeks old
Yeah.
and you save them, but when they're already 6 weeks old,
Yeah.
at that point they would be a little bit more skittish if they hadn't had any human contact.
Yeah. So that's why I think they're community pets, because like the white ones were pretty skittish at first.
But not terribly.
But not
just a
terrible.
little
So
bit.
like if they were like, oh,
You have to do something. Then
No.
writers.
Betty.
Before you do your writers from today, you need to finish your writers from last week. No, she said don't worry about math, so let's make that last when you get the other things done. That's what you do. And you're not likely to get the other things done because you still have leftover work from last week. So your choices are writers or McCracken. Or watch your reader's video.
Weird.
Fine, but then when that's done in 5 minutes, you're gonna have to do writers or McCracken.
McCracken.
Yeah, that's what I
Sounds good.
said. Keep
Yeah.
going.
When Betty done with readers and McCracken, couldn't you
Both of those things, yes.
They're so sweet. The kittens are so sweet.
Asks, did you get to check what I tagged you in on Facebook? I honestly haven't logged into Facebook in at least 2 days.
Oh, I did. I don't think I saw it. I was on. I was on briefly last night, and looked at a few other things, but I didn't see that in my like notification thing. But I might not have looked back far enough.
Yeah.
Can I have my coffee?
Yes. I will try and make an effort to check Facebook when I get out of here. Because I don't have it on my phone anymore. It's not even off.
Do you even remember what it was?
I don't think she does.
She's like, I know I tagged you, but I don't remember what it is.
We should just go. It was so funny.
Oh, it was hilarious. Oh yeah, that thing.
That thing.
That thing you
It
did.
was,
It
it
was the best.
funniest.
Oh my god. Can't talk, can't breathe,
Yeah.
can't do anything.
I'm sorry, baby. I think there's 2 now, and no, I forgot both.
Of course.
Okay.
I was gonna give these guys probiotic. You're supposed to do it yesterday.
No.
Oh my god. And I haven't posted them at all on Instagram. I only posted like one post. Like the one post of Sun and Jim. The Kitten Blogger people reposted your burrito picture.
Oh, good. When? Today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Cool.
But I have not posted these kittens at all. Not
I
even
think I
just
put
like, hey, we have new
stories.
fosters, and it's been almost a week.
Yeah, like I put aside from the burrito. Oh, I had one when we originally got them, I guess.
Yeah, you did like the first pictures that I texted to you when I still was driving home with them. You posted
Right,
that like
yes,
immediately.
And the burrito. And I scheduled some for tomorrow and the next day. So I'm trying to do 2 a day now.
Yeah, I need to do more.
Because I just friggin' posted the Sun and Jin being adopted. photo.
Oh, you did the lost thing?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because the
Nice.
last one I turned it into a pie, because the
Yeah.
pie kittens, and then I was like, now I have to find a logo for each one of these when I do it. So for these ones, it's going to be the newsy cap, because they wear the cap and peak blinders.
Okay.
There's nothing else that I could really take from the show that isn't kind of mafia related.
Irish?
Yeah, it's either horribly Irish or
Yeah,
it's like
it's like
graphically
a shamrock.
violent. No, that doesn't seem right.
Newsy cap.
I think the newsy cap is the neutral thing that
Alright.
is symbolic enough of the
Right.
show. Neen says, I don't tag you in every cat picture I see because that is how I choose to fill a lot of my Facebook with. So I scroll past quite a few cats. They have to be quite funny and make me think of you to
Okay.
tag you. All right.
Fair enough.
That's fine. Oh my gosh.
I've
Oh.
recently, so I have like my personal Instagram and my,
Per foster mom.
kitten Instagram.
Right.
And the kitten Instagram has always sort of been the like safe haven. Like I just go and scroll through and see kittens and it's great and I can forget about all the other
crappy
crap.
world stuff.
Yeah. And then lately
It's
that
been
has
spilling
not
over.
been the case. All
Yeah.
of my kitten stuff is now like political, what's happening in the world crap, and I'm like, damn it, I can't get away from this. Like
Yeah.
I just want to like not think about it for a few minutes and
Yeah.
see adorable stuff that makes me smile, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like every maybe 12th picture is a cat. And all
Oh,
the other stuff is
jeez.
other things.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
it's gotten really bad.
Mine's probably 50-50 on the Cuteavalanche
I'm
one.
like bummed.
At least there's just a lot more black cats happening, which toes the line pretty well.
Not for me. It's just. And most of the things I'm seeing, if it is a cat and not other stuff related, it's like a horribly sick cat or like
Yeah, I've
disfigured
noticed a
cat
lot of
or,
graphic
like, something,
imagery lately.
which like I'm fine seeing that stuff because it's a part of rescue, and I like to hear the success stories and everything. But at the same time, it's like, man.
I don't know. Knock on wood, we haven't really, except for that one early incident, had much of that. But I've kind of, anytime something even remotely seems like it's going to go that way, I've kind of shied away from talking too much about it or showing stuff about it because I don't think that's what. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Like sharing that kind of thing, like
Kittens
yeah,
that
like,
are sick?
yeah, like pushing it too much because I don't know, it feels disingenuous to me.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just feel weird about it. It feels like a blatant, oh man, this horrible thing's happening. Now we need extra help because of it. I feel weird about it.
Sure.
So. I'm
Yeah,
just
I
glad
didn't
we
post
haven't had any
I didn't post
horrible.
a lot when Sun and Jin were
Yeah,
little.
like
but
that whole thing.
But even if like say Sun had passed away, like I would have posted about
I
that.
would have said something.
And said something about
Yeah.
it, but yeah. It was mostly just like having the time and emotional availability
Yeah.
to post frequently when I was just so focused on
Yeah.
taking care of them.
Yes.
I'm so worried about
I think there's a good amount of that as well. When we ever get to the point where we can just hire a social media person, that's like, I would totally do that.
Well, so when we work at cafe, we'll have our own social media person.
Yeah.
Somebody just left something stinky in that box.
I think Arthur was in there. I'm
And
not sure.
I'm like stuffed up, so if I didn't smell it, it was bad. You stinky kitties. Ew. They're so funny. They love those sparkly balls.
Yeah.
And Ada loves the tunnel. They really love the tunnel.
Yeah.
They're starting to play with this tower thing a lot. We haven't done the feather one with them. We should do that at night.
Means asks, you mean to just do the behind the scenes stuff, you'd still do the chats? Oh, for having a social media person? Like, I literally mean just somebody to post things on Instagram, Twitter, and
Facebook,
TikTok and
yeah,
Facebook.
Just
Yeah,
somebody
we would
to
always.
do like photos and blog posts and things.
I mean, I can do a good amount of the photos, like, so even if it was someone remote, and they were just like, yeah, I just schedule a post for you every, like
right,
3
yeah.
times a day.
Taking
Great.
the photos I could do. It's just posting them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we would still do the chats. The only thing that would ever affect the chats is like, if I start going back to work in an office, then I might not be able to do the Monday ones, and Amanda might not want to do those solo. But yes, we would still always do the live stream and the chats.
They're so fun to watch.
Means asks, does that seem very likely? Have your colleagues discussed still working? Yeah. So, it actually does seem, I don't know, it seems like
You're going to be working from home for a while.
we're going to be working from home for a while, and even when we go back, it won't be 100% of our work hours. Like, it sounds
You
like
might only go like 1 day a week or twice a week.
probably
or something.
2. Yeah, I would assume 2. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I might be a special outlier because of the studio stuff, so I don't know which way that would go. Depends on, I don't think, things I can talk about out loud right now. And then Pete means people could take turns working from home. Yeah, that's basically what they're talking about.
Yeah. When they do go back, which probably wouldn't be before fall at the earliest, right?
So
They talk about
yeah.
when?
I mean, right now, officially, our stay is until the end of June. That being said,
Did they say when they were getting the space?
early July.
Okay.
So I was like, that being said, that's probably not going to happen until after that even happens. Though it sounds like they may do a thing where people come down to the office just to get things on a one-by-one basis for a little bit. Like a 1-day thing, yeah. So yeah, I assume we're not going to be going into the office until at least August or September. Mead says, did you hear that thing a couple of weeks ago about being able to go to the beach, but you can't go on the dry side? Yeah, in California. I don't know about other places.
Yeah, it was started
It's
here
open, yeah.
that way a few weeks ago when they first opened the beaches. You could be like swimming or surfing
You
or
have to be
jogging,
moving.
but you couldn't like take a blanket and an umbrella and a cooler and like lay out on the beach.
Yeah.
But now I think you can.
Oh, really?
That's what
Yeah.
Amber and Emily said. That it's changed and now you can just go to the beach.
I think it's just that nobody's enforcing it.
I think that might be true.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I have not heard that, and I've been pretty up on it, but
I think that might be true. I
Yeah.
think it might be just that people are doing it and it's not being enforced, and it might just be because people are staying far enough apart that it hasn't become an issue.
Yeah.
But if the crowds really start to pack in, then they
Sure.
might enforce it. Yeah, I'm thinking about taking the girls to the beach on Friday because Thursday is officially their last day of school.
Right.
And I figured if we went during the week rather than the weekend, it wouldn't be as crowded anyway.
Yeah.
And just be nice to get out of the house and do something fun for like the first official day of summer
Yeah.
vacation.
Mean says, sorry, that seemed like an abrupt subject change. Amanda mentioned fall, and I thought you were going to miss your entire summer. Yeah. It's been kind of a sad summer.
Although things are all reopening, like their swim class, and then I got
Yeah,
an
that'll be
email-
nice. Swim class.
I got an email from gymnastics today.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
not opening yet. They don't have an official date or anything, but they did say
Okay.
soon, and they had some sort of like protocol about how things would be different going forward. Class sizes and
Yeah.
social distancing and masks and that kind of
Sure,
stuff.
of course. God, doing gymnastics and masks seems crappy.
Yeah, totally. And also like the teachers being hands off as much as
How are they
possible.
gonna do that with?
They said except for in instances when it's like the child's safety, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, for Iris's class, it's just
It's
impossible
all,
because
yeah.
they have to like lift them up on the bar. Like they can't do the bars. I mean, there are certain things they could do. They could probably do the balance beams and
Tumbling
trampoline and
yeah.
like tumbling and like the rings even they can do by themselves. But the bars, there's no way.
I mean, so it sounds a bit dangerous doing any type of exercise in a mask. Yeah.
Definitely, at least, especially for like any kind of a long period.
Yeah.
Like 10 minutes or something is fine if you're like jogging or biking, or for even 20 minutes maybe. But for like an hour, you wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
They haven't been like super crazy about this.
Um,
They've seemed to like these more.
One of them was playing with that. I think it was Ada.
The other crews, they would fight over it,
Yeah.
and they like all the feathers would be eaten off by now. Oh, bless you.
I mean, it says for an hour you might pass out long before an hour. Yeah.
Hi. Did you finish readers? Did you respond to your morning meeting?
No.
No, respond to that and then do the tracking. I don't care. You don't have a choice. These are the things that you have to do. The Kraken and writers.
I want to pet you first.
No, that was not our agreement. The Kraken first, and then you may.
That is,
I want to read Jelly Kitten.
We have an agreement.
come on, Bubba, get it done. Get it done.
Oh, I know it's hard to be motivated. You're like a sack of potatoes falling away. Stand.
I
I have nothing. I should actually get going in a little bit to get back to work. I'll wait till Amanda gets back for sure, but yeah. I have been posting the last few of these community chats as their own YouTube videos. I'm trying to stay on top of that. So for anyone who joins us late or misses it altogether, you can go to our youtube.com/Cuteavalanche. And they should show up there. Dang it, I thought I did that so that it would show up in the closed captioning, but it didn't. And if you scroll down and look into the description, it'll actually be chapter headings with time code of like different subjects, like when I start the chat, or when we answer particular questions, or close-ups of kittens and kittens playing. So it's pretty good. Glad you appreciate that. Thanks, Beans. Yeah, I'm just trying to do more and more stuff on YouTube, because I think that's kind of my main goal as far as growth with our brand at this point. That and kind of Instagram. So just trying to like get consistent content going up on there. Mean says I connected my VPN and now you are buffering every 5 to 10 seconds. Oh, great. Oh, whoa, what is all that? Did this just happen?
That's for you. I assume these are kitten things that I ordered with some of the money that Sereal gave us.
Sure.
But I'm not positive. Yep.
Okay, but also you should.
Nobody can see it.
They could have.
Flea combs. Flea combs.
Flea comb. Let's go Biggie. So technically, thank you, Sereal. Even though you didn't buy these specifically, you funded this purchase of so many combs. This is great. Because, yeah. Okay, flea combs. What is this? Cat toys. It's big box balls.
Holy moly, those are big balls. That's not what I meant. These are bigger than usual, right? They're not usually that big.
No, these are bigger. They're a little heavier.
Damn, those are bigger than I expected. I don't have any more of them. That's why I
We still have
ordered.
one.
So this is a big box. There's like 35 or 45 in this box. It's supposed to be.
Cool.
It doesn't say.
Ball box. Right, oh, we're up here.
Basically-
Hey, Marshmallow. What's up?
Basically, it was like you could get, you know, a pack of 10 for like $8, or for $13 you could get 45, like a box of 40 or something. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna spend the extra $5 and get like 4 times as many. Have to throw up.
Wait, means says
Let me see.
you just got a letter. You got a letter.
Cone?
Who wonder who
Cone,
it's
like
from?
ice cream
Wait,
cone?
what?
Road.
And yes, the
Stole.
donut pillow is
Rose.
super cool. It's in my
Safe.
it's one of my favorites
Spoke.
next to the shark.
Okay. Globe. Globe.
I forgot.
All right, well that's happening.
Yeah,
I'll
it needs
open
to
this
be
one,
a
but this is for me, not
Tricky.
kittens.
It's okay. You
Whatever.
you did it
Oh,
right.
I know
You
what this
just
is.
made it
It's
beat
for
that.
work.
Globe. So make this into a regular bead like that. And
Is
then,
that a song?
Spoke is it K? No, C.
So I have this mixed up. That one was a cat.
Yeah, you're right. With cone it is a C. And then spoke K.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So K and B.
This is from work. It's a replacement for my laptop pack.
Oh yay! That's awesome.
Okay. Ask Amanda why you have to sing it. If she doesn't get it, you're in the wrong age groups.
What is it?
Hang on. It was, where is it? You just got a letter. You just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. I don't know what that is. What the hell is that?
We just got a letter.
What is that?
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. And I only know that not because I watched it as a kid, but because I was a nanny, and the kids that I watched it.
What is that?
Blue's Clues.
Oh yeah, I never watched
I
Blue's
had a
Clues.
huge
Blue's
crush
Clues is
on the
way
Blue's
after my
Clues
age
dude.
group.
Not the second guy, but the first guy. The
See?
first guy who did and he actually became like a singer. He came out with an album, and I really liked the single from his album. But yeah, the first dude from Blue's Clues, totally had a mega crush on him. What?
Okay.
Wait.
You silly. That's still a D, first of all. K and B. Do it correctly. I know you're just coming in here to
Come on, come on.
Uh-huh.
be silly.
Mean says my son watched it. That's how I knew it.
Don't do it, please.
Dude.
Steve is the guy.
Steve, yes, Steve. He's awesome. God, I wish I could remember the name of that song that he came out with on his album. So we got 2 things of probiotics. And this is a 60 pack of springs,
Oh yeah.
which is the same kind of thing. It was like you could get 10 for $7, or you could get a 60 pack for $11. And I was like, well, clearly I'm going to get the 60 pack.
And they're all.
We haven't had any of these. We've been out of these
What
for
was
a long
this
time.
thing?
That's for our family.
Oh. This is other probiotics, but for humans.
Sweet, springtime.
Great. Hopefully those will stop this. I'm just leaving all this out because I don't know if it's
So
going to
trash.
Oh, here.
It's cracked.
Yay! No, B, honey, B, not E. No, come on. Just think of it like you're writing your name. Becky.
Let's see.
Thank you.
So we can.
She's so dyslexic, just like you. All right, I'm gonna open those out of the package and just put them in this box.
Okay.
So, you know, I've had on the wish list, I've had these probiotic things, but it was like a pack of 3, and they came just the tubes in like a plastic bag, right?
Yeah.
Like this tube.
Yeah.
But, hold on, please go out. Yes, go take a
Now I
picture.
erase this.
Yes, and then you erase the top. Okay. I'll take your picture. Stop coming in here. So it was like a bag of 3, and it was like anywhere. Usually the price was, it would fluctuate a lot, but it was like $17, $19, $20, whatever.
Yeah.
So when I went to buy these, I realized they had a different option. So just one of these was like $3.50.
Weird.
And I was like, well, then I'm just gonna buy them separately. That's way cheaper. You could get, it's almost half the price.
Yeah.
So I just got 2
Okay.
for, you know, like $7 versus like 3 for $20.
Great.
I was like, why didn't I ever
That's
see this before?
way
I
better.
had the wrong one on the list the whole time. Like,
Sure. Alright.
so we really needed these because I'm on the very last tube and it's like almost gone.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give some to the kittens right now for you.
Alright. Should I put the other 2 in the garage? Or you want to store them somewhere?
Yeah, keep one roll in this room, and yeah, I guess put the other 2 in the garage for now.
Okay.
Yay, so you can take some cables.
Actually, can I take some stuff right away?
Yeah, we can tape, let's tape the hallway
Oh yeah, that too. I
where
also
the ants were
wanna-
coming in.
I gotta redo
Yeah,
these
this is
cables
good
on the GoPro because they're
Cool.
starting to come down.
Yeah, I hope this is sticky enough for the cables.
That's what's all about. Oh man.
I hope it's strong enough because the cable's kind of heavy.
Very tacky.
It's not very sticky. These flea combs are awesome.
Yeah, those are good.
Way better than the comb we've been using, which isn't technically a flea comb, it's just a
Metal cone.
regular comb. Thank you, Sereal, for allowing us to get all this awesome stuff.
Yes.
And I didn't spend all the money. I saved up quite a bit for, you know, more emergency type needs in the future. But I just wanted to get a
Yeah,
few of these things
really
that we
good.
were low on, like the probiotics and the toys. Like we haven't had any of those springs or these balls. I just gave away the last ball with our last litter.
Yeah.
And they really love these balls, although I'm kind of bummed that they're so big. I didn't realize they were going to be a different size.
I don't know. I mean, like, you know, compared to these things, it's fine.
But it is nice that it's so many of them.
I mean, it moves and it's light enough.
Yeah, they're
That's
still
what
really light,
matters.
which is nice.
Yeah.
Great. What?
Kittens is spelled T-H-A-I.
No. It's spelled with a Y, and you already know that.
Or why?
No, with a Y.
They're big enough that that's not really a concern means.
No, it's they is spelled with a Y. I know it doesn't sound that way, but that's how it is, and you know it.
Like the kittens, not that. I don't think we're gonna have an issue with that. Or we would have seen it really happen already. Okay, what else? I should tape that, but I think I need to wipe that windowsill down before I do it. And that might need a retape. What's up, SL Hines? Welcome back. I wonder if I shouldn't, now that we have a whole lot of tape, if I shouldn't do some of these other things that I never taped previously, just to make it a little cleaner back here. This, that, those. Figure that all out later. To-go box. Alright, it's way past time for me to get back to work, so I'm gonna wait for Amanda to come back again, and then I'm gonna exit. I don't know if she's gonna stick around or wrap it up. I think she's coming. That ball is from the tunnel?
No.
Okay. It's 1:20, so I need to kind of get back to work. Are you sticking around in here, or what are you doing?
I'm gonna scoop the litter and give them probiotics, and then I'm gonna leave.
Are you gonna do that particularly on camera? Hey, Slayer.
I just like scratched my forehead and I rubbed it and I was like super red.
Alright, I'm just gonna turn off the closed captioning. I'm gonna end the chat portion, but Amanda's still gonna be in the room. Our next chat is tomorrow evening around 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
We'll be right there, buddy.
Be right there, bud. And there will be an archive of this chat later today posted on our YouTube at youtube.com/Cuteavalanche. I think I have to say backslash for the closed caption to actually do it right. So look for that if you just came in. But yeah, the humans are about to head out. But thanks for joining us. We'll see you at the next chat. Enjoy the kittens. And
Enjoy this.
boom.